Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Shahrzad Nuravi. I'm a business psychologist, and I welcome you to part 4 of my 6-part series on living a purpose-driven life. Today we're going to talk about Plan de la Vida. There's a town in Costa Rica called Nicoya, and they are in one of the blue zones. That is an area of the world where there are an unusually high number of centenarians, people who live to 100 years of age and older. There's a Netflix series entitled Live to 100, and they explore the commonalities between the behaviors and the lifestyles of people who live in the blue zones. And the documentary includes what people are doing in the blue zones in Greece, in Italy, in Costa Rica, in Japan, and Yorba Linda, California. And they found some commonalities, including healthy movement, community, connection, diet, and specifically when it comes to Costa Rica, they have what's called Plan de la Vida, your soul's purpose. And if you've been watching this series, you are probably starting to notice some similarities across cultures, because in Japan, they have Ikigai, in France, they have Raison D'etre, and there is a similarity and commonality across cultures around our reason for getting up, our reason for existing, our soul's purpose. And for the Costa Ricans, Plan de la Vida means why I wake up in the morning. What's your soul's purpose and how do you fulfill it? It's what makes you feel needed, and it's what helps you contribute to a higher collective good. 3 things that the Costa Ricans do to live in their soul's purpose, Plan de la Vida, include: number 1, taking joy in daily chores. I really love this, and for me, it speaks to mindfulness. It speaks to being engaged in the activity at hand, and it's something that I've been working on for the last decade of my life. And I realized after learning this that I do take joy in daily chores. If I'm going to be cooking something and I go to the grocery store to pick up my produce, I make sure I do it at a time when I'm not in a rush. I make sure I can take my time, pick my produce. I'm very big on connecting with people, and the only way to do that is when you're not in a rush. And I try my best to structure those visits at a time when I can chat with the person who is placing the produce on the shelves, that I can talk to the checkout person, and the whole experience could be about finding joy. So whether it's in the shopping part of the daily chore of cooking, if you like to cook, the actual preparation of it. My aunt once was watching me, and she made a comment that she noticed that I look like I'm enjoying myself. I have my apron, my cutting board, my tools. I have everything set aside and ready, and I take my time and I do it. And one of my mom's good friends, who is an amazing chef, she always talked about making food with love. And I think a part of that is not rushing. It's about enjoying the process. It's thinking about how your food is going to make a difference to those who consume it. The part about finding joy in daily chores, I think, is so important because we are doing them anyway. Why not be centered? Why not be mindful? And this can apply to things at work that we're doing that maybe aren't the most fun, or maybe they're challenging. I always like to put some soft background music, lo-fi music. I like to sometimes light a candle before I start my work, whether I'm in a creative zone and I'm creating that day, or if I'm having Zooms. I always take the time to get present. So finding joy in daily activities makes so much sense, and it's all about slowing down. It's a decision, and you will feel more centered, you will feel more rooted when you are creating the time and space for that. The second thing that the Nicoyans do is they spend time with family. They live with multiple generations in their household. To take the concept of spending time with loved ones, friends and family, we create our family. So the community that you create, the close friends you have, those are also your family. That is my belief, that we create our family. It's not just our biological family. And what can we do to maximize our time with them and to create joy in that time together? And the third thing that the Nikoyans do is they emphasize time with people over possessions. And that's completely tied in to the family side of things, where they live intergenerationally in one household. But it's also about making the decision to use their time with people versus collecting things. When you make sure to spend your time and energy with people, you may have a more diversified esteem portfolio. Making sure to spend time with family and friends is something that I talk about in my book, A Powerful Culture Starts With You, because if we don't pay attention, we can start to gain our esteem from mainly work versus all the other things we can do, including spending time with your friends, your family, and your community. And when we diversify that esteem portfolio, then we have many ways of gaining joy and esteem, and not just from work. So here's to you tapping into your plan de la vida, your soul's purpose. Remember, you could find joy in the daily responsibilities of life, to spend time with family and friends, and to invest your time and energy into people so that you can expand your esteem portfolio and your relationships. Here's to your wisdom, power, resilience, and grace. A powerful culture starts with you.